what a live stream. I just finished cleaning up the place a little bit. I'm about to get started on my edit on my yesterday's vlog, and today's vlog is going pretty decent, I guess you could say. I made like a couple bucks on Uber, so I could write down like $6 so far. Posting on TikTok is not even. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wash the dishes. Take a piss. Is it about to rain? It's like every time I try to make money, and plus it's just literally $6 all day. Yeah, I go online, it's just the next hour I go online, it always was raining. Dude, forget it, bro. Just don't go online. I don't got time for that. I don't got time to get rained on 60% rain with thunder. 4 p.m. it does the exact same thing. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Every time I go online, nigga, I've been all day I've been online on Uber Eats. All day, and the garbage has not, he's giving me $6. $6. $6. Come on, bro. I don't know what to do about that. I really don't give a damn, bro. The more I complain, the less in line I am with God. So it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. I'm not supposed to do anything about that. I want to make, obviously, a little bit of money, and I can't. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Like I said, I don't rely all the way on Uber Eats, but it's not cool. It's cool. Like I said, it's cool. It's totally cool. It's all good. It's all good. It's totally acceptable. Why am I trying to cook right now? You don't get this crap out of here. Like, bro. So, dishes done. Done with the dishes, done cleaning, done feeding the animals. Uber money's left. Workout, exercise, vlog, which is what I'm doing exactly right now, and then finish yesterday's vlog. Easiest thing in the ever, honestly. And then also, here, let me also. It is about 2 o'clock, so we've got about probably 6 to 8 hours to still continue for the rest of until the end of the day. So that's about 8 to 10 o'clock until I go back to sleep. Now sleep is gonna be super important because I need sleep in order to actually make better decisions. But it is raining right now, so I'm not gonna be doing any kind of Uber. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on yesterday's vlog, and then once it's all cleared up, I'm gonna go ahead and get started, or at least go online. But for right now, I'm live, and yeah, this is what I'm doing. It's gotta be the most annoying shit ever, bro. Every time it rains, nigga. Every time it rains, nigga. Look, I just cleaned this motherfucking floor. Just cleaned this bitch ass floor, bro. It just pours right on the bike, dude. I can't. Just shut up. Every single time. You know, God, I get tired of this, you know? I get really tired of this. I get really sick of it. I'm really tired of it now. Then the bike wants to act like garbage when I don't know. I just don't look right on the wetness, bro. Like, dude, this is a daily thing. This is a daily thing. This is daily. This is daily, 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 daily. I gotta deal with this daily, 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 bro. I'm talking about this is what I care about more than a job and daily. It's every day, like oh my gosh, daily, 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 daily. It's just some garbage. Some garbage. Oh my gosh, some garbage. Trying to just knock me off course, bro. Oh my gosh, daily, daily. It doesn't matter if I'm jobless, if I have a job. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. What I do pisses me off. I can't tolerate some people, but I also can't tolerate bullcrap like that happening. Yeah, dude. Every time this gets soaked, bro, I'm gonna have to redo this every single time because I just dried this stuff. I just dried this stuff. This stuff just got dried out and now it just got soaked all over again. Once again, it just got dried out and it just got soaked all over again. Once, literally all over again, bro. Like, oh my gosh, dude, the amount of fucking anger, bro, every day, this is a daily thing. I cannot fucking go a single day without bitching. I gotta bitch every single day. Dude, I bet you I have that shit on. Day two, alright. First thing I'm doing today is popping shit on the procrastination part. Good job. Damn, this is. Alright, so I'm not even ready to actually edit this video now. And as I speak, as I record this video, I'm about to actually go live right now. On the laptop and possibly, probably not. Possibly, yeah, I'm probably gonna go live on maybe the PC as well. I probably should have went live yesterday when I was making that video, that short video, but it's okay, it's not a big deal. I was doing great. Every time I see a cockroach, I flip my lid.
Lamb research has fallen off a cliff over the past month. But is Wall Street missing something? Lamb delivered record $6.72 billion revenue and raised guidance to $8.1 billion next quarter, fueled by AI chip demand. But investors remain worried about China competition and a possible semiconductor oversupply. Lamb research is fallen. How small we can get for China? We have to equipment maker, Lamb research, and all the different arms, trading activity with valuation. And then you might think it doesn't matter which chip company is out. It's a fix and shovel. 8.3% jump reveals Q4 earnings beat, strong outlook. Here at Denver Stock Lab, Lamb Research just...
I put my money in Lamb Research. Could be a bad idea. I think it's gonna go up. Damn, dude, Micron is going crazy. Dude, Micron is crazy. I'm about to buy Micron, bro. Or 14 Dude, I'm just buying stocks. I'm just seeing how they go at this point. Here, let's look up 14.
8.2% jump reveals Q4 earnings beat. Strong outlook. Here at Denver Stock Market, land research just tells record revenue of $6.17 million.
The reason why I started looking into this company, and it is 40-minute ticker symbol FTNT, is because Google just acquired a company Wiz for $32 billion. It is a cloud security platform. The reason why I started looking into this company, and it is 40-minute ticker symbol.
Now, usually at some point, you'll also be asking, what do you expect for Fortinet?
Fortinet is sales are supposed to rise 13.9%. Earnings is supposed to go up 24.3%. That's how big the markets are expanding. Outstanding analyst estimates of growing earnings for its history. This is the cybersecurity company called Cloud Networks, and that's obviously very important. So, I think they're going to be.
What do you expect for Fortinet?
Fortinet is sales are supposed to rise cybersecurity.
Fortinet is a successful cybersecurity software company. They've been doing well, growing about 13% in the trailing 12 months of top line revenue. That's good. It's not great, that's good. Their stock price is going up over the last 12 months about 59%. The last 5 years, about 343%. So congratulations to Fortinet stockholders. Now, is the stock price worth that really big price tag? But PE is 43. Again, showing that this is a bit expensive. Their profit margins are very good, 29%, and they have good free cash flow. Analysts think it's buy, but they also think it's too expensive by about 40%. In my opinion, it's too expensive. There are alternatives in this space that I can look at, right? Buying a lower cost software company that focuses on cybersecurity. I'm not impressed enough by their revenue growth. Just the low teens revenue growth number is not enough to pay handsome premium on the stock. Therefore, I'm going to pass on Fortinet. In my opinion, it's a sell. Fortinet is a successful cybersecurity software company. They've been doing well, growing about 13% months top line revenue. That's good. It's not great, but it's good. The company, their stock price is over the last 12 months, about 59%. Over the last 5 years, they're up 343%.
Okay, company Fortinet and its stock price is down over 13% in 2025. Is that a buying opportunity for 2026?
I feel like this will.
Hey everyone, welcome to Chip Stop.
Welcome to the Explainer. Yeah.
Get the fuck out the microwave, bro. Get out. Just infinite cockroach glitch or something. Oh my gosh. What time is it right now? Dude. I do one thing after another, bro. That pisses me off. Too much seasoning and then the fork fucking falls, bro. Go to hell, dude. Fucking go to hell. Get back out of the fucking dishes, bro. Get back into the fucking toilet. Like, come on. Eh.
Alright,
Alright,
I've
investors.
never tipped an Uber driver before until yesterday when he told me this. I genuinely thought this guy was messing with me. I was in an Uber home from the airport, and somehow we started talking about monthly bills. When I mentioned what I paid for car insurance, he goes, "Wait, you don't have a DUI or anything, right?" I said, "No." And he goes,
Why is Fortinet stock going down? In this video, I want to talk about the cybersecurity industry in general, and in particular Fortinet. I'm a shareholder of Fortinet, and the stock has been going down and down and down. So what is happening here? I want to reply to this comment from Fatih. Interesting video as usual, thank you very much. What do you think about Fortinet after China has told their firms not to use American or Israelis' cybersecurity products? Would love to hear your thoughts about it. You have many pressures at the same time impacting Fortinet, and the stock is going down. So what is happening? I have listed a few reasons why the stock is down, and it will help you decide whether you want to buy the dip or not. In case this is your first video from this channel, welcome. My name is Christophe Noor. I'm French. I've been investing in the stock market for almost a decade now, and I have achieved a performance of roughly 25% per year. And I'm a shareholder of Fortinet. This is not the first time I'm buying the stock. I first bought Fortinet in 2020. Here in October, November 2020, and I sold at the absolute top here, and then the stock went up, the stock went nowhere, and then went up again, and the stock dropped meaningfully in July 2025. I bought the dip, and I waited and waited and waited. The stock rebounded a little bit. It dropped again to 75. I bought the dip a second time, and now we are back to 75. So of course I'm monitoring the situation. Of course I want to buy more. It's a 9-10% allocation in my portfolio right now, of course I want to increase the position. And the future earnings are in February, first week of February. Of course I will monitor the situation. Of course I will make a video about the earnings report. I'm aware that a lot of people love the format for the last earnings report. So yes, and I want to monitor several things during the next earning call, because a lot of things are happening at the same time that are negative for Fortinet. The first point I want to make, the first reason why the stock is dropping, is the majority of the business is software. And you know that all these software companies are going down right now. All the stocks are going down. If you look at product and if you look at service, I'm using fiscal AI here. You can go to KPIs. You can click on product revenue. You click on common size, which is what is the percentage of revenue that is from products, so hardware, 32% of the revenue, and what is the percentage of revenue that is coming from software, service, 67% of the company. I'm using fiscal AI here. You can use my link in the description just below to try it out for 2 weeks completely for free, and then you will get a cheaper discount, a cheaper price if you use my link. So use fiscal AI. This is an affiliate link in the description below. So majoritarily, this is a software company. Over the past decade, it has shifted from a hardware company to a software company, and they want to continue in the same direction to increase their exposure to software. So of course, if all the software stocks are going down, software, Fortinet, and all the cybersecurity companies will go down. And it is not the only company in the cybersecurity industry that is being affected. If you look at Zscaler, same thing. This is a company in the cybersecurity industry, majoritarily software, and look at the stock price going down and down and down and down. So it's not because Fortinet has a problem, it's about inflows of money, capital flowing, outflows, Wall Street doing Wall Street things. Zscaler is back to where it was last year. Same thing is true for CrowdStrike, another quality company that is very good in the cybersecurity industry, software, and the stock is down. Okay, you have a downward pressure for all the cybersecurity companies because all the cybersecurity companies are software. Okay, so the first point is really clear. You have outflows of capital for all the software companies. The second point, and it is mostly impacting Fortinet, is the deceleration of revenue. If you go to fiscal AI, let me remove this metric and this metric. You go to income statement and you check what has been the growth rate of revenue. You can see that for the past 2 decades, the red line was roughly 20% per year. The red line is the revenue growth rate. So you are talking about a company that is growing what? 19% per year, 33% per year, 15, 30, 17, 20% per year. During COVID, it was growing like 28% per year. The revenue was growing 28% per year, 30% per year. And now you have a clear deceleration of revenue. And Wall Street thinks that this business that was growing 20% per year for 2 decades, suddenly this business will no longer grow 20% per year. I have read everything on Wall Street right now, all the equity research, all the reports. It seems like Wall Street has lost trust in this business. They think it will never grow 20% again. They will go and grow 10, 15% per year maximum. On average, for the past 2 decades, the revenue has been growing at 23% per year. And if you look at the latest data, this is what you have, more granularity. This is what you have.
Don't waste your time trying to analyze the stock market. That's what VectorVest is for. Like your very own AI investing assistant, VectorVest analyzes the market 24/7 to uncover the top money-making stocks, continuously optimizing and learning from market performance. It refines its recommendations to help you achieve consistent and strong returns. VectorVest's simple metrics let you know at a glance if a stock is a good value, safe investment, and if market conditions are right to buy. While everyone is buying the latest hyped stock, VectorVest digs deep to find the real moneymakers, the ones you can win big with. Data-backed stock picks, from household names to hidden gems, ensuring your portfolio is built for maximum growth. And with VectorVest proprietary screeners, all of the best stock picks are right at the top, so you can build your portfolio with ease. Plus, market timing indicators let you know when to buy low and sell high, helping you capitalize on bull runs while steering clear of downturns. Timing is everything, so make the smart investing choice today and download the VectorVest app.
In 2023, the growth rate decelerated to 7%. It rebounded to roughly 14-15% per year. And Wall Street thinks it will be the maximum. So maybe Fortinet doesn't deserve a premium valuation. Okay. Which is really contradictory, to be honest, because if you look at the valuation for this company, the price to free cash flow, when the company was growing 13% per year, 17% per year, Wall Street loved the idea, and the price to free cash flow was 45. So this reason is a bad reason to be negative on the stock. I have read many articles from Wall Street talking about the deceleration of the business, the reason why the stock is down. This is one of the reasons. But Wall Street is so short-term oriented. When the business was growing 13% per year, Wall Street loved the idea, and Fortinet at the time deserved a price to free cash flow of 40. And now the growth is still the same, but the price to free cash flow is 27. So Wall Street, as always, is delusional. Wall Street, as always, is looking at the short term. Wall Street, as always, is not thinking long term. It's not looking at the vision of the company. So this argument is not good to be bearish on the stock. The deceleration part, nothing. You can have any multiple you want. This is pure short-term sentiment and emotions in the short term. By the way, if you want to become a better investor and improve your performance, a fresh cycle, the growth rate can come back to life. Now we are well aware that AI will accelerate the cybersecurity industry. You will have more cybercrime in the future, so you will have more cyber attacks, and the budget will increase meaningfully. Fortinet is positioned in the US, but also in Europe and Middle East. Now, with international conflicts, what do you think the cybersecurity budget will be? It will increase, right? The more geopolitical tensions you have, the more defense you need, the more cybercrime you will have. So actually, if we are living in a world with uncertainties, geopolitical conflicts for some reasons, Fortinet will benefit. All the cybersecurity companies will benefit. And as you can see here in 2021, 2022, the revenue growth was immense, I would say. The revenue was growing 30% per year because of a refresh cycle. They have also a part that is hardware, and every couple of years, people are buying again a new hardware, upgrading their hardware equipment. And during COVID, a lot of people moved online, a lot of people upgraded all their hardware stuff, all their tools. So you had a huge refresh cycle in 2021, 2022. After this, the refresh cycle was over. People no longer refresh their things, they already had the hardware. So this created a deceleration. This is why 2023 was quite bad if you look at this red chart. It's just that we came back to normal. Everybody upgraded their hardware. Now they are no longer upgrading their hardware. So the revenue is still growing but decelerating. And now it is expected that in late 2026, you will have a new refresh cycle. It has already started in 2025. I'm very well aware of this, but we are at the middle of a refresh cycle. Anyway, now it is not a real refresh cycle. It's a small one, and maybe in late 2026 or 2027, the hardware revenue growth rate will accelerate. I can show you what I mean, because I can show you the different growth rates depending on the segment. I can show you the growth rate of product. As you can see, it is very cyclical. This is my point. This is not the revenue for the whole business. This is the revenue for products, revenue for hardware. As you can see, in 2021, this was growing 40-45% per year, and it was declining in 2023, beginning of 2024. And now it is going back up again. And at the same time, I can show you the.
Hi, I'm Ashley Shell. About 2 years ago, my husband passed away from pancreatic cancer, just 90 days after being diagnosed, leaving me.
She does not
Hello
care.
everyone and welcome back. In this video I want to talk about Fortinet because we had a little bit of an update regarding this company that is bullish, and I've seen no one talk about this on Twitter or on YouTube or on Reddit or any forums, and I want to share it with you today. Something that is really bullish for maybe the best cybersecurity investment you could have today. Maybe Fortinet is my biggest conviction coming into 2026. I think we are in front of a wonderful company available at a fair price, and the management is telling us today that the stock is cheap. They think the stock is cheap, and they are doing massive buybacks, so it makes wonderful sense. It makes a lot of sense, and I think now, as you see the stock price for Fortinet, we are down massively since last July, last August, and the stock is not rebounding. But as we enter this age of AI, I think cybersecurity is the industry that will grow immensely. The tailwind is huge, and it is not priced in. This is why I'm a buyer of Fortinet right now. And in this video, I will show you some slides, some elements, we'll play around with the valuation so you understand my point. In case this is your first video from this channel, welcome. My name is Christophe Noor. I've been investing in the stock market for almost a decade now, and I have achieved a performance of 25% per year. And this is not the first time I am buying Fortinet. I first bought Fortinet in 2020. When I got the idea that the world would enter a digital age and cybersecurity companies would thrive. And guess what? I am thinking the same thing today. We are going to enter a new digital order with AI. The surface attack will just grow immensely, and I think this is not priced in. So I'm betting big on Fortinet right now. What I want to show you today is on Seeking Alpha or on Fiscal AI, you have a couple of updates. You have some conferences that are private that you can get access to them. On Fiscal AI, you have what they call here investor update from March 2026, and this is like an investor day, conferences, Goldman Sachs conferences. Anyway, in this conference that is 1 hour and a half long, they give you some elements about their future, what they think will happen to their business. So they give you additional updated information about the company. And I've seen no one talk about this on the internet. Basically, the story for Fortinet is intact. The business is reaccelerating, and the new AI demand is growing faster than ever. You can cross-read this first element with what other cybersecurity players are saying. Zscaler saying the exact same thing. The billings are low at the moment, but the demand is just immense, and everything is growing 20% per year. Palo Alto Networks is saying the AI demand is immense. You want unification of one bigger platform. The demand is insane, and the CEO of Palo Alto Networks, Nikesh Arora, was quite upset that their stock price was down after their earnings report. They say the earnings reports were just very good and very bullish. You have also CrowdStrike with an exemplary earnings report, growing double digits in all aspects of the business. You have all these cybersecurity players that are all saying a new wave of demand is here. A new wave of innovation will boost our industry, and we are all positioned to embrace AI, to welcome AI, and have more demand. Customers need us. But you know the stock market. You know that stock prices sometimes don't make any sense. And very recently, if you look at the stock price of Fortinet, it went down, up, down, up, down. Well, it went down very recently in February because of Cloud, because of Anthropic, because of an LLM that would apparently replace cybersecurity providers. And the response, the common response from all these big cybersecurity giants was the same. We are going to embrace LLMs. We are going to do a partnership with Anthropic, with Cloud, with Gemini, with ChatGPT. Okay, so no signs of disruption whatsoever. You want accountability, you want safety, and it will all result in more demand, more attacks and more demand for cyber defense. By the way, if you want to become a better investor and improve your performance, I have a coaching program. It gives you the exact method I've used.
Most trading mentors don't make money from trading. They make money from you. If your coach isn't pulling 7 figures from prop firms, why are you listening to them? Why do so many traders pass only to blow the account right after? You've probably been there. You pass the challenge, then boom, you blow the funded account. Or worse,
the business is still strong and everything is accelerating. The second point that I mentioned is moving into AI, but you already know this. We have some slides that are quite bullish. I can put full screen so you see nicely. And you have additional slides that have not been shared before. If you want to skim through them, be my guest. They are talking about their revenue growth rate that is better than competitors. They are going to talk about their products, why they are better and efficient, their AI demand that is still strong, their chips, ASIC chips that are working wonderfully with more efficiency, how AI will be a huge tailwind for the future, and how AI will improve Fortinet. They are also talking about their moat, the proprietary ASIC chip that they have that will bring more efficiency, energy savings to their customers, their data centers, their customer types, different geographies, different industries, etc., etc., etc. And if you scroll down, you have this slide. This slide with the guidance that is not touched. Scroll down, this one. The updated slide regarding buybacks. I want to show you first the buyback program we had at the beginning of February 2026. This time they shared a slide with this amount of buybacks. I can see at the right of the screen. Year to date 2026, they had made $350 million of buybacks. And I made a video a couple of weeks ago talking about this report, by the way, the Q4 2025, and I said it doesn't make much sense because if you look at the report, for the Q4, almost 0 buybacks were made, and actually for the beginning of Q1, $300 million buybacks were made. So actually, the management is telling us at the beginning of 2026, we are cheap and we are doing massive buybacks. At the same time, the management is issuing a guidance that does not include any buybacks. So I think the management is very conservative the way they are guiding their revenue growth rate or earnings per share growth rate for 2026. For the revenue growth rate, they announced roughly 12 or 13%. Now they are re-accelerating at more than 15%. And for the earnings per share and the number of shares, the guidance is no buybacks. And now they are doing buybacks. And 1 month has passed. You can see for the Q4 2025 report, it was February 5th. And the investor update was March 10th. On March 10th, we went from $350 million of buybacks to now $470 million of buybacks in only 1 month. And until the end of the report, maybe 1 month will pass. So you can expect more buybacks, which means the buyback for the Q1 2026 is likely to be above $500 million. You can say maybe $600 million. And what is the free cash flow of Fortinet? The free cash flow of Fortinet, as I'm navigating through Fiscal AI, is approximately $600 million of free cash flow on a quarterly basis. What I want to say is, nobody is talking about this, but Fortinet is allocating, in my guess, 100% of the free cash flow into buybacks. It tells you one thing and only one thing. The management think that they are cheap. The management team thinks that they are extremely cheap and they are allocating all of the free cash flow to do buybacks. It's extremely bullish, and it is not priced in the guidance. You see me using Fiscal AI, by the way. If you want to use Fiscal AI, you can use my link in the description, and you can use it completely for free for 2 weeks. You don't need to put your credit card. Use Fiscal AI completely for free 2 weeks. So extremely bullish to have this. So I think for the Q1 2026, for their earnings report, they will most likely beat on
earnings per share. At the same time, the comps are way easier. I can show you the tax rate, the effective tax rate for Fortinet for the past 5 years. The last earnings report was difficult because of increased tax rate. Look at this. The latest tax rate was 22%, and December of last year it was at 14%. So the tax rate went from 14 to 22. Of course, it will drag down your earnings, but now for the next quarter, so March, it was at 20. So we will only go from 20 to 22 or something like this. I think the earnings will be less bad than expected. I think the earnings per share will be better than expected because of buybacks. They are allocating 100% of their free cash flow to do buybacks. And I think the revenue will be beaten, the revenue guidance will be beaten because the business is accelerating right now. All of these things combined make a very compelling case to buy Fortinet actually, because the guidance is extremely conservative at the moment. If you look at the valuation, you can look at the forward price to free cash flow in orange here on fiscally high. We are at 24. You could have bought the business at 22. So you're in front of an extraordinary business, massive tailwind, cybersecurity, AI, the business is confident, the management team owns 15% of the shares, so you have massive insider ownership, telling you that they have massive buybacks, everything will accelerate, and the forward price to free cash flow was 22. For a business without any debt, filled with cash, the most profitable out of the cybersecurity industry. Now the stock has rebounded a little bit to 24. You can look at some adjusted metrics. I like to look at the EV to operating cash flow, excluding SBC, if you make some adjustments. I think this is a very good ratio to understand the valuation of Fortinet. You see that the blue line is oscillating. In late 2020, when I first bought it, it was at 25. It went up to 60 because of COVID and lockdowns and a new wave of new innovation. And then it went back to 25, 40, 25, 40. And now we are back at 25. If you don't buy Fortinet right now, when do you buy it? It could be a good title of a YouTube video. You have several times in history where you could have bought Fortinet. It was always a good buying opportunity. I think this is it. This is a very simple investment idea here, and it's very likely the Q1 2026 report is good. So it's very likely they do better than expected and the stock goes up. And if the trend reverses back and the valuation goes up again, because the stock goes up, the sentiment changes for some reason, maybe this ratio can go back to 40 and you are in front of an easy double. To some extent, Fortinet is an easy double. So that was an update that is increasing my conviction again to Fortinet. You have a very good business that can deliver roughly 15% per year if you buy right now. You can have a quick re-rating and make a quick double, but you can also buy Fortinet for the long term to bet on AI in this cybersecurity industry that is expected to grow massively in the future. All in all, very, very bullish for Fortinet. If you like this content and you want to go deeper, I have a coaching program. In this program, you will learn my strategy to generate 25% annual returns. You will learn how to find winning opportunities. You will learn how to properly value any stock, when to buy, when to sell, so that you can build a strong portfolio filled with great companies. Additionally, inside this coaching program, you will have access to an exclusive community of like-minded investors, and also you will have my personalized guidance to reach your investing goals. Click the first link in the description to get more information. You will get a video that explains how everything works completely for free. No need for your email address. Just click the link in the description and I'll see you on the other side.
Tavo Top Picks has arrived.
So, I just finished eating a little bit, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm really done where yesterday was taking everything except I'm not prioritizing sleep. Just prioritizing the energy that it takes to
edit this video because I'm personally tired and I can't sleep right now. I think that's pretty obvious considering I stopped decent time to stop smoking. But now that I'm trying to stop smoking, it's so hard to basically
Stay